Alrighty, we are getting ready to take a look at the Unit 6 test here. I'm calling this a power review because it's just a really short video, but what it's going to do is it's going to give you kind of the big three things that are on this Unit 6 test. So let's go ahead and dive right on into it. First things first here, the objective. What we are going to be doing here is we're going to be reviewing the concepts around a four-sided shape or four-sided figure, quadrilateral, and then their properties. So anything that is a four-sided shape, a parallelogram, a square, a rectangle, a rhombus, a kite, all of those different things have different properties. So like a square, all four of the angles are right angles. All the sides are the same. You've got two sets of parallel sides that are going to be parallel to each other. The diagonals are going to bisect each other. They're going to cross at a 90-degree angle. So all of those are properties of a square. When you deal with like a rhombus is going to be similar. All the sides are going to be the same, but the angles aren't all going to be right angles. You will have your diagonals crossing at a 90-degree angle though. So those are just some different things that you're going to be able to see with a quadrilateral. Now, I want to remind you guys that the definition of a quadrilateral is just a polygon with four sides. That's all that a quadrilateral is. So anything that's a four-sided shape is a quadrilateral. Now, all of the different properties that you have from a quadrilateral are going to be here in the proof manual. So ding, 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 ding. Make sure that you pay attention to this. Anything that's vocab, properties, anything like that, all that can be found in your geometry proof manual. My example that I'm going to kind of give with this here is I just went over what the definition of a quadrilateral is. That's snipped straight from the proof manual. Quadrilateral, a polygon with four sides. So any property or definition or anything like that is in that proof manual. I can't give that hint bigger. Use the proof manual. It is on the student support page. If you click student supports from the landing page, it is right there. It's one of the first things that you're going to see. So please use that. All right. Now, when you look at those properties, that's going to be one of the big things. The other big things are perimeter and area. Those are the other two big concepts that we have. And what I'm going to tell you before I even get going onto this right here, I'm going to just put a little note right up here. This right here is what is going to be required for your work. So if you're trying to show your work on the test and make sure that you get all your points for that, you need to show your work for area and perimeter. So perimeter, let's go ahead and we're going to take a look at that first. You could use a formula for the area for the perimeter, and I'll kind of show you this over here. This again, ding ding ding, right in the proof manual. But this right here has all of your different formulas for your perimeter. So if I was trying to find the perimeter of a kite, I could get that right there. Perimeter of a rectangle, perimeter of a rhombus, perimeter of a triangle. All of those formulas are right there. So they're right in the proof manual. But an easier way to deal with perimeter is just to take each of the side lengths and add them together. So this right here, what we have is we have a regular pentagon. So regular pentagon, I know that this is not a four-sided shape, but I wanted to use just kind of a different example than what you might see on the test. So a regular pentagon. Regular means that all the sides are the same. So that means this is 18 feet. So this right here is going to be 18 feet. And this is going to be 18 feet. And this one's going to be 18 feet. And this right here will be 18 feet. So regular means all the sides are the same. Regular also means all of these angles are the same. We don't care about the angles right now, but it's helpful to know that a regular polygon means that all the sides and all the angles are the same thing. All right, so we know what each of the lengths of the sides are now. So all we're going to do here is just add them together. So we say perimeter is just 18 plus 18 plus 18 plus 18 plus 18. And so we're just going to add all of those together. And when we do that, we're going to end up getting 90 feet. And that's going to be what you have for your perimeter. That right there is exactly what you would need to do for your work on the test. So if you put all that onto a sheet of paper, onto a Google Doc, whatever you use to show your work, if you put that on there, you're going to get full credit for that question for the work shown. Okay, that's all you got to do for perimeter. For area, it's going to be very, very similar. But the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to identify the formula. So again, and before I go through and deal with this here, again, this is something that your work is going to be required. So your work is required on this question. So area, first identify what formula you're going to use. You're going to see all these different formulas over here. So if I was trying to find the formula for area of a rhombus, boom, I could use that question, right? Or use that formula. Parallelograms right there. Kite is going to be right there. All those formulas are there. But the big one that you're going to use on the test is going to be this guy right here. And that's formula for area of a regular polygon. It's 1/2 apothem or apothem. I say apothem, but 1/2 apothem times perimeter. So we're going to pop back over here. So we're going to identify the formula. And so the formula we said was 1/2 apothem times perimeter. And so again, I'm just going to write that out. If you don't know what an apothem is, again, the proof manual, it's going to show you that right there. But I can come back over here. The apothem is just from the center of a regular polygon to one of the sides. So this right here is my apothem. So that's kind of the first thing I need to do is identify the formula. Next, find the missing values. Well, one of them is apothem. I already have that. It's just going to be 12.4 feet. And then the other is perimeter. Now, this is the same question that this is the same picture that we just had on the previous one. So I already know that my perimeter is just going to be 90 feet. So that's what you're going to have there. Next, plug it all into the formula. So I'm going to get area is 1/2 times my apothem, which is 12.4, and then my perimeter, which is 90. So I've got that there. And then all I need to do is solve. And I put a hint on there. Use Desmos. Desmos, guys, is one of our calculators. If you haven't used Desmos, please do. But if you use Desmos, Desmos is www.desmos.com. There's also a link on our landing page that you can go there and get the calculator from there. But if you go to Desmos, you can just plug that straight into your calculator there, 1/2 times 12.4 times 90, and you get 558. So I can come back up here and I can finish this problem off, and I can just say that area is going to be equal to 558. And this is square feet because area is always going to be in square units. And so that's what I have there. So again, if you're trying to show your work, putting the formula down, but really these two pieces right here are the big things you're going to need to get full credit for your work. That's your power review for the Unit 6 test. Go ahead and ace that test. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you, guys.